How's it going, everybody? Chris Card's back through the mail. Monday, 6 returns for you today, including our very first return from Phoenix, Arizona. Hope everyone out there had a absolutely amazing weekend. And if you did not have an amazing weekend, I hope this weekend is amazing. And we've got Chris Bubik back. This is a spring training return, actually. Did not put the right stamp on it, so this actually caught me off guard. Chris Bubik, first-round draft pick of the Royals back in 2018 out of Stanford University. 40th pick overall. Made his Major League Baseball debut in 2020. Was a starter the next few years. Went into the bullpen last year. Back starting games this year and has actually became an ace of sorts for the Kansas City Royals, at least through the first 9 starts with a 4-2 record with a 1.66 ERA. Actually struck out 9 in his last start. His big sweeper has been doing very well for him. Nice return from him. A current player and a pretty good player, actually, at least so far this year. Hopefully for you Royals fans, he continues this great year. He's still got him under team control, at least until 2027. So 27 years young. Seems like he's finally figured it out, at least using that sweeper to his advantage and getting everybody out. So hope this guy actually maybe an all-star this year. So awesome return from Chris Bubik. Nice to get this back. Good signer so far. I wouldn't dilly-dally. These guys get better and they get more and more popular. They start sending mail back, or they just stop signing altogether. So nice to get this back from Chris Bubik. Awesome return from him. Let's move on, my friends. We got 5 more to go. Let's do it. All right, friends. Next return from Missoula, Montana. Missoula. That is a very uncommon USPS address return stamp. Big Sky Country. Anyone watching from Montana, let me know. Oh, we got Timmy Jones. We got Timmy here with a Major League Baseball debut inscription that he was so kind to put on there. A sharp signature, very nice inscription. Timmy Jones played for 6 years, all with the St. Louis Cardinals as sort of a utility infielder, pinch hitter. He was a second-round pick back in 1985 of the Cards out of the Citadel. That's right, a military guy. Timmy Jones played until 1993. He has an 89 Upper Deck card I needed to sign for my set, and he signed it very nicely. And there you guys go with my Post-it note inscription request. Tim Jones, nice return from him. 545 plate appearances in his 6-year career. 1 home run. So I'm always glad one of these guys hits a home run. Major League Baseball home run. Something I'm sure he'll never forget because, well, he only hit 1 of them. Nice return from Timmy Jones. Let's move on, my friends, to return number 3. All right, gang. Next return from Santa Clarita, California here. There's a nice fluffy envelope. Feels like there's a lot of stuff in here. Perhaps some answered questions, which is making this so bulky. And now we got some extras from Rick Dempsey, Mr. Rain Delay Theater himself. And yeah, he did answer some questions as well, including getting my cards back. Sent him 4 cards, $5 a piece, $20 set cards. Very nice return from Rick Dempsey. A great signer. There's my 87 Topps traded card. 89 Upper Deck with a 1988 World Series Champs inscription. 87 Topps card with a World Series MVP inscription and 76 AL Champs inscription on the 74 Topps card, as well as a few larger, looks like 5x7 cards inscribed as well. I did not ask for any of the inscriptions because I knew he sort of does his own inscriptions on the relevant cards. As you see, the Indians with no inscriptions because he pretty much finished his career with the Indians. He had actually a 24-year career. This one's all folded up. See if I can get that one looking better again. Of course, he was a 2-time World Series champion, 83 with the Orioles, 88 with the Dodgers, and 63 Little League World Series champion to boot. He was a light-hitting catcher. Still played for 24 years because he was a very agile catcher, great throwing arm, handled pitching staffs well, and of course he was an excellent defender. I kept him in the league for a very long time. How many autographs requests do you get? He says about 40 per week, about 150 to 200 plus a month. Do you have any pet peeves? I sign just about everything after people send me 10 plus cards and they think I don't know they are selling the cards. Yeah. Thank you, Chris, for the dollars. I always send extra cards and pictures when people are so generous. So took care of some cards for my set. Just $20. Some great signatures, great inscriptions. Of course, he had a 24-year career, as I mentioned, 12 with Baltimore. Started off his career with the Yankees, got in a fight with Jim Hagan at the airport in 1974. They was a huge trade, many players involved between the Yankees and the Orioles. And he went on to play 12 years with Baltimore, of course, with the 83 World Series, culminating with the 83 World Series victory. Also played, of course, for the Yanks, Twins, Dodgers, Cleveland, and Milwaukee. Nice return from Rick Dempsey, 75 years young, went on to have a great coaching career and broadcast career after he was playing days. There you guys see my plastic top loaders that I can put those larger cards in, which are those larger picture cards in. So they're going to look great. All inscribed, not the cards themselves, which is great because I paid for those. I would not want my inscription on them, or at least my personalization, I guess you would call it. But he did personalize all of the 5x7 cards. Nice return from Rick Dempsey. There you guys go. Sent him 4 cards and only 4 cards. I sent I think I sent like 2 cards to somebody, and they were in their 80s, and they sent me back like 9 extras, and someone in the comments section yelled at me for sending like 10 things to like an elderly gentleman to sign. He said that was like elder abuse or something, and I'm like, bro, I sent him 2 cards, and he just unloaded and sent me everything he had in his closet. So that always that stuck in my craw. I'm like, well, thanks for watching the video, bro. If you would have watched the video towards the end when I put the envelope on there with my 2 cards that I asked for to get signed, you would have seen I didn't send him a bunch of stuff. So Rick Dempsey, I did not send him a bunch of stuff, just 4 cards, but this guy is awesome. Motivational speaker now. I think he was a broadcaster with Masson up until 2021 when they laid a bunch of people off. So I don't think he's been broadcasting since then, but yeah, he's still a motivational speaker, still getting paid. A nice return from Rick Dempsey. Nice to get a few of these cards knocked out for my set. Still have a couple more cards to send him, actually. 84 tops and a few other cards as well. So moving on, my friends, let's move on to our next return. Moving right along, we've got our next return here from Orlando, Florida. Orlando, Florida, our next return. More of a traditional return destination for us here on Through the Mail Monday. We got Jamie Carroll signed very nicely. This Topps Gold card. Jamie Carroll, nice long career, very good hitter. 276 career hitter, 272 career hitter, make that 12-year career. Did not hit many home runs, light hitting infielder. As far as power is concerned, he had a very good average, hit over 300 a few years playing full-time. Drafted way back in 96 by the Expos, spent 4 years with the Expos, also played with the Dodgers, Rockies, Cleveland, Minnesota, and the Kansas City Royals. Went on to spend 7 years in the front office for the Pittsburgh Pirates, I think, until 2022, just a couple years ago. Not sure what he's been doing the last few years, but definitely been signing some cards. Great signer. And, of course, I got some sweet late 90s, early 2000s cards to send him. So those were the gold rush years for the card companies who came up with everything and anything trying to strike it big. And I don't think any of these cards are worth anything from back in the day, but they look great signed. So glad to get these 4 cards signed by Mr. Jamie Carroll. There's his information. Melbourne, Florida, or is it like Australia? Melbourne, Florida. Nice return from Jamie Carroll. Let's move on, my friends, to our next return. All right, gang, just 2 more returns to go. Our next one from Las Vegas, Nevada. Las Vegas, Nevada. And we've got our protective index cards back. And we've got a 76 Topps card of John Balaz. John Balaz here. I think this is his only Topps trading card, not counting any sort of oddball cards you might have out there. John Balaz got into 59 games for the 74 and 75 California Angels. Infielder, light hitting infielder, this time light hitting, and did hit a home run once in 74 and once in 75. Actually, very interesting career debut for him. Very odd because he actually was pinch hitting for Bruce Bochy in the 6th inning during a game against Kansas City, and they made a pitching change, and they pulled Balaz out before he got to pinch hit for Bochy, replaced him with Rudy Mioli, who once cost Nolan Ryan a no-hitter. That's another story. But yeah, Rudy Mioli pinched hit for Balaz, who never got at bat, but that did count as his Major League Baseball debut back in September 10th, 1974, which he inscribed on this card very nicely. Very strange debut since he didn't have a plate appearance or actually even played the field. So John Balaz, nice return from him. Moving on, guys, we got 1 more return to go. Let's do it. All right, gang, final return from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And we got our index card here unsigned. Very rarely do we get those signed cards back, those index cards. And we got Will Clark here. Will the Thrill Clark on an 89 Upper Deck team checklist card, signed for the set, inscribed with his number 22. Of course, he was a second overall pick in 1985 by the Gigantes. Played for 15 years in the Bigs, 8 of those with the Giants, 5 with Texas, and of course, little-known teams he played for: Baltimore and St. Louis. 303 career average, 284 career home runs, 6-time All-Star, National League Championship Series MVP back in '89 for the Giants. Awesome return from Will Clark. $20 for Will the Thrill. I sent this to the Giants Stadium in San Francisco, and took a few months, but got it back. A great card signed for my set. I think I got a few other cards signed by him when he was signing for free. Signed one card per, I think, for a few years before starting to charge. So nice return from the Thrill. Nice to get this card signed for the set. And that is it, my friends, for Through the Mail Monday. Thanks for joining me. 6 great returns today. A lot of exciting returns here. We got Will Clark. We got Rick Dempsey. We got, of course, Bubik, current pitcher for the Orioles, having a very good year. So certainly a mixed bag, but mostly pretty solid players up and down this week's Through the Mail Monday. Hope you guys watched it and liked it. Please let me know what you thought of the returns in the comments down below. And, of course, like button and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. I do this every single week. I've done it for the last 330 weeks in a row without fail, never missing a single week for any reason whatsoever. That's impressive. And no one else is going to pat me on the back, so I'm going to pat myself on my back every single time I keep that streak going. So thanks, guys, for joining me. Hope you all have a great week. I'm going to have an awesome week. I got my brother coming into town on Thursday. We are actually driving cross-country starting Sunday. Very exciting time. We're going from Oregon to Pennsylvania, so that should be fun. But I will have a couple of Through the Mail Mondays in the can by then. Of course, scheduled to go up next Monday and a Monday after that. So I'm going to have I'm doing this on Sunday, May 17th, I think it is. I'm going to have to look so I don't get corrected in the comments, but I think it's May 17th. Yeah, May 17th. Nailed it. Going to do 2 more Through the Mail Mondays after this one, so kind of a Through the Mail Monday marathon. I think about an hour and a half a piece to make, so that shouldn't take too long. Just open up the envelopes, talk, and do my thing, and then, of course, edit them all together and make them look good. And it's a simple process simply because I do not want to spend a whole lot of time making these, because then it'll stop being fun and start being work, and I never want this to ever become a chore for me. So hope you guys liked the video. Let me know what you thought, of course, in the comments down below, and have a great week. See ya.